Hi again, folks. Welcome to another episode of the Sabres Reloaded. In this episode, we're just going to talk, like usual, about the future of the team and things that are kind of glaring and things that need to improve, and also just how the culture change has happened, things like this. And I marked a few things down so I don't forget, and I'm going to go over those with you. So let me just get over here and open that for myself to see on my computer, because I marked down 5 things I want to touch on in this video. And the first one I got is season forecast for the kids is high now. Meaning that the kids now, when they come to this team, okay, what I like now about our franchise now, guys, and this has changed so quickly. It has changed, guys. Just think of the big long losing streak 2 years ago and where we're at now. It's just incredible how we're, Now, the kids now, when they come to our franchise, they're expecting to be on a team that wins. That's just the atmosphere in the dressing room. That's obvious now. That is very obvious, and we don't have to have a 50-win season to believe that. You can see it by just the body language on the ice, on the bench, when they're coming down the hallway to go onto the ice, how they're bumping into each other, clowning around, all that stuff. So the kids now are coming into a franchise not where there's, oh my goodness, we got to get winning. This team has to get winning. It's not even about that now. It's just about the key thing, like Adams, letting the kids be themselves. No pressure. Really, there's no pressure. You come here, it's like, okay, well, don't put it on your shoulders to win the game. Just go out there and give 100%, and be yourself. That's it. And that kind of is the right way to go with stuff like that. I mean, and it's not just hockey. That's just in life that works, There's so many good things going on, guys. Really, it really is. All right, another one. And this is an important one, guys, okay? Because Sabres fans are as guilty as anybody with this. As fans, okay, we're allowed to have hope now. Okay, I don't care what other channels say. I don't care. I don't care what they say about our team. I don't care that they're picking Detroit and Ottawa in front of us. I don't care. Really. It annoys me because all you hear about now is Detroit and Ottawa. That's all you hear, is how Detroit and Ottawa improved. Nobody's talking about us and our kids and our prospects, which is the deepest in hockey, and how we might surprise this year. Nobody's given us any love, which is good. Guys, that's the hockey gods looking out for us. Let me tell you that. That is what I believe. The hockey gods are looking out for us because there's no pressure on this team. I'm going to keep my glasses on, guys, because I do want to check the glare, okay? There's no pressure on this team. There's none. Zero. There's only pressure from you guys and us fans. That's it. Because we're desperate for wins, We're desperate to see the team get back on track and get their respectability back and all that. But I don't think we have to worry. I really don't. I don't think we have to worry at all. We're on the right track. And I don't really care. And when it comes to those other teams in our division, like Ottawa and Detroit, they're supposed to win, okay? They've maxed out their money, those teams, pretty much. They're giving money like it's going out of style to some players. They're maxing out their cap. They better win, or it's big fails on them. Us, there's no pressure to win. We have all that cap open. Remember, guys, the cap is power. It is. Next thing I want to touch on. Oh, yeah, our team unity will make the kids prosper. These are just notes because, guys, I won't remember if I don't mark these things down. Our team unity will make the kids prosper. This is something the kids are born into. You get it? They come onto this team. It's not like, oh my God, this franchise hasn't made the playoffs in 11 years. It's not that. They come into a dressing room that doesn't seem fazed by it. They're just worrying about getting better, developing, and eventually winning a Stanley Cup is the plan in that dressing room. I guarantee it. You've heard the guys say it. You've heard Cousins say it. You've heard Tuck say it. These guys talk about winning championships, not just about making the playoffs. That can't be the goal. That's a goal. That's like going into a fight with Muhammad Ali saying, I hope I last 8 rounds. I mean, you know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. Our goal should be to win the Stanley Cup. It just should be to win the Stanley Cup. That's the goal. And that for me is always will be the goal as a fan, no matter what. And it counts below because, guys, we got to concentrate also on the Amerks, okay? The Amerks, you've seen it last year. Didn't it remind you of the Sabres, what was going on? Except we kind of watched the Amerks play in the playoffs like maybe the Sabres would have. They were exciting. They were coming back in games. They were winning in overtime. There were things they were doing that I could picture us doing in the future. And it was fun to watch. So let's touch on the Amherst also, because the Amherst, they're important too. We need them this year to have a good season and to chase a title. You know, we don't know how many studs we're sending them exactly right now, but I can tell you it's going to be quite a few, because we're not pressuring all these kids to come up. So no matter what, they're going to be down there. Some of them, not all. Some will go back to the Q, some will go back to the OHL, some wherever they come from. Some might go back overseas. It's okay. But some will be Amherst, and this is going to really help the franchise down there. Let me check down here. Yeah, welcome the pressure. You know, that's the last thing really I want to touch on. I'll just chat a bit and close this out. The welcoming the pressure. Bring it. Bring it. Really, I don't care at all. Really, as a fan, I don't care. Bring it. I'm not scared. I'm not one of those fans that I'm terrified of losing. I'm terrified of losing in the playoffs, okay? That's when I get scared of losing. The regular season doesn't really faze me as much as some of you guys that are just so frustrated. You know, guys are so frustrated, right? But, let's give it time. We know that Adams has this franchise on track, really on track. Guys, dare I say it, I think he's a better GM than Regier, you know? And Regier, I know, we got to the finals. Well, I'll give Muckler actually a lot of credit right there. I shouldn't say it was Regier, but you know what I mean? Then we have Regier, we go to we have Regier and Ruff, and we hit that era, guys, that we hit the Final Four in the playoffs 3 times between 98 and 2006, and 2007, sorry, 4 times, my bad. 4 times. In 98, and 99, 06, 07. So 4 of those 9 years. And don't forget there was a year off in between. We wouldn't have made it that year though. Or we might have. Shouldn't say that. The poker year. You guys know what I'm talking about. So 4 in a 9-year span, 4 out of 8 seasons. The Sabres made the Final Four, 1 time to the Stanley Cup Finals. And in 06, absolutely, they should have won the Stanley Cup, without a doubt. Without a doubt. And Carolina fans want to hear that. Too bad. I mean, we lost so many players to injuries that we were sending basically an AHL defensive squad to try and get us to the finals, you know. And we came damn close. We still came close. So these are the thoughts that go in my head when it comes to this time, what we're in. This is going to be a fun time, guys. It's going to be a fun time. Brace yourself, because really, welcome it. Stop begging. Stop begging for players that are on other teams. God, that's something that's weak. It's weak. I see Sabres fans begging to get certain players from other teams, and we got to stop the begging, guys. We have to depend on ourselves finally. Okay, we're developing it. Let's take care of it. Let's nurture it. Let's do it properly. Let's finish the rebuild that Scotty Bowman never got to finish in Buffalo. Let's finish it this time. Let's go all the way and get this team right on track. And I do believe that we could have a setback this year, and still I don't think Adams' job is in any jeopardy. So he's good. Of course we know he was extended, but you know, Pagula had that hot hand of firing people. I don't think so this time. I think he found his GM, and I think the GM found his coach, and I think we're in good shape. We just have a few tweaks we got to fix out. We'll be fine. All right, guys, that's it for this episode, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.